Hey guys, Crew Neil here. Episode 9 of our podcast, Muay Thai Saved Me. Right beside me, my partner, Edwin Lopez, okay? And today we have a special guest, all right? He's one of our members, but I don't know. Let me just introduce him now. His name is Eddy Baker. Eddy Baker, welcome to our podcast.
Yes, sir. How you guys doing today?
For people that don't know, and to be honest, Eddy, I actually didn't even know who you were. Like other people were telling me, "Oh, you know who Eddy is?" And I'm like, "No, that's Eddy Baker." So I know. But Eddy, would you mind sharing a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is. First of all, thank you guys for having me on the podcast today. I love the podcast. I am subscribed to the page, so I love.
We appreciate the support.
Love it
a lot. My name is Eddy Baker. I'm from Ontario, California. I moved to the Valley about a year ago, maybe 6 months ago, and I'm a rapper from LA-based Los Angeles rapper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
/ ass kicker.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Now, when you say ass kicker, as in Muay Thai, right? We just want to put that on straight.
I feel like Muay Thai just
okay.
it added to the ass kickery.
Okay.
But I feel like I've been kicking ass, but now I feel like the Muay Thai labeled it now. It's like boom.
Just to be clear, is there a hyphen in that? Ass kickery?
Ass kickery.
Is there a hyphen in there?
No, it's just the ERY.
Oh, okay.
Ass kickery. Ass kickery. You know, I feel like now it's like a certain style. I didn't have a name for the style. Now it's Muay Thai style. So boom.
I love that.
You know what
Stamp it.
I'm stamping it now.
Yes.
That's the first one.
Eddy, how long have you been with us now? How long? And this is your first initial experience with Muay Thai,
This
right?
is my
Correct?
first initial experience ever kicking anything. I never kicked nothing before this. So first initial experience.
Share with the people, how long have you been training now?
About 8 months now.
8 months.
8 months.
Can you describe your very first class? Like, how did you feel?
I remember like I was about to faint walking to my car. I remember like going to the car. I remember I was just like, I couldn't even get to the car. I was about to faint. I was like, oh my God, like it's so crazy. And I remember going home and feeling so tired and so worked out. And I remember I was like, you don't take breaks after this. You got to go the next day. Like you got to go the next day. Like I felt like if I took a rest, I would have not been as motivated. And I feel like the pain made me want to come back because I was like, it was something I never felt before. Nice. I never felt a workout like that, you know? Like where I just felt like my whole body was just about to die or my shins were hurting. It was such a new experience. It was like addicting. I had to get some more.
I want to tap into that mindset you just mentioned though. Like not everyone has that. Would you agree, buddy? Like he mentioned like he was hurting, but he was telling himself while he was in pain, he's like, man, I got to come tomorrow. Like not many people do that. Most people will take a day off.
But he's an entrepreneur, so I think that part of him clicked in. Mm-hmm. So even though, and I think that just runs in certain people's blood because he's obviously he's a hustler. He's always, he does the rap, touring, everything. Now that we know about him, so now if you kind of like look back at his life, his previous life, and everything that he does, that kind of kicks in where you gotta just keep going. You know what I mean? So
I feel like I lost that for a minute in my life doing music. Like, you get into such a routine of it for so many years, and it's like I lost the fun of it. Like for when I first started, it was just like a job. I'm just going on tour, making music, and it wasn't as challenging. I had reached a certain peak to where it was like, people know me, and I'm known, but it was like I didn't feel like the hustle. I didn't feel like I wanted anything out of it so much as more as I got what I wanted out of it. So with martial arts, I feel like it was something. It was new. It was something that you can't cheat on. Like there is nobody. I love that you didn't know who I was when I came to the gym. I love being unknown. I love being that I was with a group of random people, and I have to make my name here, and I have to. The harder I go, it's the better I become. And so I've always been on that. Like the pain, you make diamonds form under pressure.
Absolutely.
So I've always known like if it's hard, then it's worth it. And when I kept seeing the changes in my weight and the endurance and being able to breathe. I never practiced on breathing before, ever working out. My whole life I've always tried to work out. I've always been a bigger guy. I've always did the little LA Fitness or get a personal trainer. Yeah. And I would always have this problem, like, you'll get that back pain right here. I couldn't breathe. I remember I came up to you one day, I was like, Coach, I keep getting this back pain. And I thought I was going so hard going to training. I'm training hard. And every time I hit that 45 minutes, that pain hits. And I was just, And you were like, you're not breathing right. And I was like, I'm not breathing. You're not breathing right. And I remember that day I went home and I started looking up breathing exercises. And then ever since then, I've been able to do, an hour, 3 hours, the 5-hour camps. Like, I loved how I can push myself with Muay Thai. I love how martial arts in general, it pushes you to be a better person. Because initially you're doing it, to compete, like you're training to compete. But it's like, while you're training to compete against the other person, you're becoming a better person yourself. You're becoming a stronger person, and that's what I love about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You mentioned like earlier, just a moment ago, you mentioned with music, it kind of became not fun in a sense, right? What happened? What made it not fun for you?
Well, when you first make music, you're just making it in your room and you're just doing it, for yourself and your friends. And then as you get more bigger, you have more people wanting bigger projects and bigger this, or, you got to be this big or this guy. And me, I've always loved like the indie grind. I've always wanted to be an independent artist. Like I never really wanted to be like, I never even cared about being famous or nothing. I used to be a manager before I rap, like managing my homeboys and stuff like that. And then I started rapping. So with the rap, I just never really it was never really my dream to be a rapper per se. I was just always good at business. I was always good at networking. So when I decided to be an artist, it just worked out for me and I ended up making the right moves. But it was just never my dream to just be like Jay-Z or nothing like that. It's a passion I picked up on and I got good at it. But I feel like I feel like I've always wanted to fight.
Okay.
I feel like I've never locked in on it though. I feel like I was in the wrong thing. Like maybe I should have been doing Muay Thai. You know what I'm saying? Boxing was something that I would do, but then it would be like I'll go back to school or I'll go to get a job, afternoon job. I would never lock in on it, So that was like the thing. Like I don't know, I just think I just never really had that love to just be super like big with rap. Some people want to keep going and going and going until they hit the radio. I never really cared about that. I just always wanted to support my family, support my friends, travel.
How did you discover Muay Thai though? Because Muay Thai is still a hidden gem. Yeah. Would you agree, buddy? Yeah. Like it's still a hidden gem.
For sure.
And like out of everything, you chose Muay Thai. How did you discover Muay Thai? How did you learn about Muay Thai?
I actually learned about Muay Thai from one of my rapper friends.
Really?
Yeah, my rapper friend, his name is Denzel Curry. He's actually a pretty successful rapper. I was going to a sandwich spot with Sky that goes here. Me and Sky, we were in Hollywood, and I see my friend Denzel, who I was in this big rap group with years ago, like over 10 years ago. I see him. And he's just with a bunch of fighters in front of the sandwich shop. Yeah. And me and him, we always play fight. Because, before I did Muay Thai, I was always thinking I was Mr. Tough Guy, always trying to play fight, or just, I'm a tough guy in my circle, just being a bigger guy. And then that's what me and him, we always play with each other, play fight. And this time we were play fighting, he was just kicking legs and fucking me up real bad. Like he was just really had some moves. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what is all this stuff? He's like, I do Muay Thai now. Like, what's Muay Thai? He's like, yeah, I do Muay Thai. All my Muay Thai friends right here, like all these buff in shape. I'm a rapper, so you got dudes off drugs and fat, and you don't just be around a bunch of in shape buff motherfuckers. So when he was telling me about it, he was like, yeah, Muay Thai. And at this time, I had just got off tour. I was about 300 pounds at the time, I 3 months of tour on the road, eating bad, no type of workout, know. So I was feeling hella big, so he kind of put it in my ear. And a couple of my other friends in the rap industry had just been telling me, yeah, bro, you should get into Muay Thai. And I looked it up and I saw this gym was down the street and I ended up coming.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know I would. I didn't really think that I would be as it's a family here. Yeah. I didn't think it would be such a family element to it, because I was used to going to boxing gyms and putting that little couple hours and then bouncing. You know what I'm saying? Not really gaining that brotherhood or camaraderie. But here I felt within the first class, I felt like you made me want to come back for more.
I love that. I love that. So. Would you say that's what keeps you coming back?
Yes. Now, I feel like I'm attached to everybody here, what I'm saying? Like, you're my coach, what I'm saying? Edwin, you're the boss man too. Y'all are big dogs here, and you guys make me feel welcome here, what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm the type of dude, I like finishing where I started at, what I'm saying? I don't really change a lot of teams. I don't really have a lot of new friends. I like keeping stuff simple. If the formula works, it works, So if I can come here and get my workout and get better, I'm just going to keep coming here.
Love it.
Coaches are good. I like everything about it. So
would you say, because you said you lived down the street, or you lived down the street before, and you just moved, right, to San Gabriel Valley, which is what, 45 minutes an hour from here?
26 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, 26 minutes.
Without traffic,
I'm riding past it.
Probably in that Benz, you just sit through it and everything. There you go. But that's still, right, is that let's just say with traffic, for the most part, if it's heavy for 35, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
What's and you said to us, I'm never leaving this place. I'm still going to continue to go, Is it because of the community and everything and all that? Like,
Yeah.
What makes somebody?
I couldn't see myself just walking to another Muay Thai gym because it's close, because it's just making new friends and stuff. I don't want to do that. Like, I want to be able, I've told crew, like, I want to fight eventually. So I want to be able to fight with the dude that brought me in this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you to see my journey, you to see me, you know what I'm saying, from the beginning when I couldn't even throw a kick, to see me maybe raise my hand one day. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that I don't think the commute, it won't stop me.
Okay.
And especially because I'm an artist, like, I can make my own schedule. I don't really gotta wake up and do nothing. Like, I can sleep all day. So it's like, now this gives me motivation to wake up, come here. I was hitting those 8:30 classes every day the first 3 months. So, and it's like I just kind of start mixing around my schedule. But like, I don't see myself ever stopping. Like, for like, it's no excuse. You told me you have people commute from
Lancaster. Yeah.
When you told me
6 days a week.
because that was a big thing when I moved. I was asking you. I was like, I mean, I don't want to. I'm tripping off the commute. Like, I don't want to mess up my schedule. And you were like, I got people that commute from Lancaster. When you told me that, I was like, oh, I'm good then. Like,
that's right.
Yeah,
like,
it's
the dedication is. I
Absolutely.
feel like to get anywhere, you got to be dedicated. You got to do things that people won't do. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and I'm willing to do that. As far as, like, I understand that. Before I have an interview on my podcast where I got like a big viral clip of me talking about I can fight Mayweather and Gervonta. I was thinking I thought I can whoop everybody's ass.
Real quick though, give a shout out to your podcast. Where can people catch your podcast at?
Blunt Talk podcast with Eddy Baker and Chili Sosa on YouTube. Google us, and we're dropping every week.
There you go. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to his channel as well, guys.
Yes, podcast game. Yeah, I just feel like you have to train hard to do what I want to do. I'm coming into, like, essentially, I'm coming to your world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want anybody to come into the rap world and think they can just get to where I got without putting in the work. Which is 10 years of work. So
exactly.
So me coming here, like, that's why I'm doing 5 days a week more. I'm trying to put in the work plus extra work to show that I really want to be here. You know what I'm saying? I really want to be in this world, immerse myself.
And one thing you touch base on too is loyalty, and that's something that comes with martial arts.
Yes.
At least if you're learning from the right teacher, right? They teach you loyalty. They teach you, and I think that's a big part in a lot of people's growth too, is being loyal to, if it's the right fit, obviously. If it's the right fit, you stay loyal. I mean, about myself, if people that know me in the game, Crew Rex was my only teacher.
Yeah.
I never went anywhere else. You see a lot of fighters that will go to other gyms. Oh, I want to learn a little bit from here, a little bit from there, a little bit. I never did that. I got all my knowledge from one trainer. That was it, one teacher.
Because I mean, I feel like in the short career, like just human life in general, like, why spend all that time learning from everybody else? Why not master somebody? Like, why not learn with a master and like perfect your craft? You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I need to learn that much more. Like, I feel like you're a great teacher. I feel like I've learned so much more about myself. Of course you have your little practices and stuff, but like, I don't think I would ever go to another teacher. Like, it's just like, I'm a loyal guy, and I feel like most people, they don't understand. You gotta stay with the same team if you really want to, like, win. You gotta be on the ground floor of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be going in of an already popping gym or an already, this is the greatest coach ever. Like, if anything, I look at it like this. Say I were to fight, or you got David, or you got Martine, or somebody. I want to be on the ground floor of, we the first ones whooping ass here. Like, I want to be one of those dudes, the first team. I don't want to be on the team that's already established. Like, I like being the ground floor. You know what I'm saying? So,
and a lot of people don't realize too is me associated with MTK. I've built champions throughout the years. I've built. Shout out to my guy Charles Bissett. But me and him, we worked together. He's a professional Muay Thai fighter. In less than a year, we won 2 titles together. In less than a year, he won the WBC Muay Thai belt. People forget that I've trained champions and I've made numerous champions throughout the years. Me and Edwin spoke and we said, we're just going to take a hiatus. We're going to stop training fighters to build our brand, to build our gym, to build our community up again. Which
I think is dope, because now it's like, you're building people from the ground up, the floor up.
Right.
I didn't know David, even before, he'd been fighting 4 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you told me something.
And he started before, but he started literally with us, like full on, like fully committed. Martine, same. We were the first gym he ever signed up with.
You told me something when I told you I first wanted to fight. You were like, you told me what you wanted me to get to and everything, and you were like, some people go to other gyms because they don't even want to wait that time. Some people will leave because they don't want to listen to their coach. And one thing I've learned about this martial arts Muay Thai stuff is that the coach is everything. You have to, you don't even like, I didn't realize, like, you know, when you spar by yourself, you know, in the real game, like, the coach is going to be right there telling you what punch, what kick to do. And I realized, you know, you can't do anything without coaching this game. And who wants to build that relationship? Like, we have over 8 months of repertoire with each other.
Absolutely.
Who wants to build that relationship again? You know what I'm saying? With a whole nother coach at a whole nother gym.
Yeah.
The 26 minutes that it takes me to get here to 30 minutes. And it'll always be 20 minutes because I'm always going to make sure that I go when there's no traffic. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, I'm going to make sure whatever I got to do.
Even though you were late.
Yeah, I was late to that. I looked at the thing wrong. It said 15. I thought it was 30. I was like 3:30 the whole time. My bad.
I'm just busting your balls, bro.
Good content.
There you go, bro.
But yeah, that 26 minutes, 30 minutes it takes to get here, it's worth it. Like, you know, for the lifelong skill I'm about to learn. And like we were talking about earlier, this is an art. I understand the loyalty concept. Yeah. Before I came here, I didn't know nothing about Muay Thai. So I came here and you're teaching me an art. And like I said, let's finish the canvas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's not just get a little dibble dabble and like, oh, let me go here.
Yeah. You know what's funny too, Eddie, is like going back to coaches. There's a lot of coaches out there that aren't always there for their fighters either. Yeah, sometimes coaches disappear. I've seen it. Like my boy Charles, you know, once we had to start, he understood. We had a very peaceful breakup. I just told him I can't be there for you like how I used to.
That's crazy.
And he understood, you know, but he went through several coaches that were like getting him ready, but when the times when he really needed them, they weren't there. And that's what people don't understand. Like, to find a good loyal coach too is hard as well.
Yeah, so it goes both ways, just so you guys know. It's not always like, well, I want to be loyal to this person. It's more like, obviously, if the coach or mentor or whoever it might be is shitty and is not doing their part, obviously you got to leave and go somewhere else. But if you're saying, hey, Crew Neil or whoever it is, you're the most amazing coach, like this and that, but I want to go learn here and I want to do that. That to me is different, but I mean, at the same time, the coach has got to be there for the student. You know what I mean?
And I 100% believe in peaceful breakups. You know what I'm saying? There's ways to leave different situations. You know what I'm saying? I believe there's ways to leave. You know what I'm saying? But I believe you have to complete your job before you even think about doing that. You know what I'm saying? The job has to be done. Like leaving half-assed, like not knowing how to go reach my full potential. You know what I'm saying? It's not even a question. But there was something else I wanted to say.
A peaceful breakup?
It was a peaceful breakup, but I've had that happen before. You know, music-wise, like you know, one of my artists that I used to manage, he's double XL freshman, big guy, all over the radio, and it was a peaceful breakup at the time. I was on something like, I can't give you the time, energy that you deserve. And it was cool. Now we're friends. When he signed his deal, we're great friends now. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a great artist, platinum, all types of shit. You know, and it was a peaceful breakup. So I believe in that, and I just know that, like I said, I don't want. As far as like the loyalty aspect again and stuff like that, I just feel like you have to, in this game, you have to find people that really have your best interest at heart.
Absolutely.
I've been to a lot of boxing gyms. I've been to probably 3-4 boxing gyms in my life, you know, and I never realized that like you don't want to be at 3-4 boxing gyms in your life. I should have found that one gym, stuck to that gym for years. But I never found a coach that would talk to me, give me that little one-on-one time, even though, like, you know, you have 500 students, so I'm sure it's a lot. You guys got to be dealing with a lot of people, so to have that bedside manner to where you can make every student feel like you're personal with them, that's good, you know? So I felt like when I got that from you, I was like, all right, this is where I need to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy gets it. And even, like, I like that with boxing, you know, the whole thing when I wanted to fight back in the day when I was younger, you know, you'll get that, oh yeah, just train a little longer. But it was never you never felt like the coach was watching me train or even gave a fuck about it. I like that. You tell me like, you're not ready, you need to train more, and you expect me to be in the class, and you see me when I'm at the extra camps, and you see that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like that. I don't get sugar, I don't get babied here. I feel like this is like, I get that real dose of reality. Like, you need to be working hard. Like, you want to do this, you need to be training hard, such and such times a day. You need to be working on this kick. If you see me messing up, hey, Eddie, what are you doing? Get that, you know, you're on it. So I feel like that's a very, you know, a coach is everything. You got the Phil Jacksons and all these shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be a good coach. So I feel like I seen that in you as far as that, like, you got the skill, you know how to talk to people. All the other, I've never heard anybody say anything like, oh, coach is tripping or nothing like that. It's always good. Even though I think you need to be a little more meaner. I think you're holding back a little. I think you're holding back on the.
I think he's saying every once in a while kick people in the leg when they're not doing it. Right? Little Charlie horse.
Okay, when we did the fight camp, you guys were on us a little, but then you guys would be like a little bit like, oh, like we just want to let you know this is how it is. If you were really fighting, I'm like, I like that. I need that little.
Yeah.
That makes me like work harder. Like when y'all get to it.
Well, here's the thing with over the years. Being a coach like that, at least for me, I'm sure other coaches can relate, but when you're constantly, it's draining. And when you got to deal with 75 people constantly yelling at, it's draining. So what I've learned psychologically is, I'll yell at them when I need to startle them, and then now I tell them what I need to tell, but then I give them the why. So now they get the aha moment. So now I don't have to yell anymore. They understand. And like you were at the Transformation Fight Camp, the 5-hour camp that we do once a year.
Loved it.
I remember you saw me yell at them when they were getting out of line with the sprints. They were talking and like, you saw me. I cut that real quick. But then afterwards, I explained what we're trying to do, and then I explained the why. And after that, it flowed like butter, right?
No,
and that's my style of coaching. I don't feel like I need to yell and be mean. I'm gonna yell encouragement to inspire you, but I'm not gonna drill you down.
Definitely,
you know what I mean?
Definitely, it's encouraging for sure. Like I said, that's the best eye man. That's rare. You know, doctors got that.
Yeah, I have a question for both of you. So mine will be. So when you say that when you used to do boxing and all that, and you felt that the coaches didn't give you the time or maybe the attention, would you say at that time that you were mature enough and really showed them that you really wanted it? And before you answer that, and my question to you as a coach, because you have a lot of people that come in here and, I want to be a fighter, and like in 2 weeks they quit or they stop coming. My question to you is, when somebody wants to come and tells you that, do they have to prove to you a certain level before you actually start paying attention to them, or what they got to do in order for that? So we'll start with you, and then we'll go off with
so now seeing how hard I go at Muay Thai, you know, like the mental change, like probably didn't go as hard at boxing as I go at Muay Thai. No, I did. Now that I think about it, what is going hard though, like what's kind of going hard, you know? Because I feel like in boxing, you can't even spar in boxing. They don't even like let you spar unless they feel like this guy might be a fighter sometimes. Like I think I sparred maybe like 6 times in boxing, and I've been sparring like over 8 months over here. You know what I'm saying? Every Friday. So it's like, it's just maybe I think I wasn't as motivated enough. You know what I'm saying? Like because of the little things. Like I mean, I feel like even sparring gives people that motivation. When you take that first punch and you take that kick and you like, all right, like maybe I can do this. It's not as scary as I thought. That gives you motivation to come back, want to get better, sharpen your blade a little bit. So maybe that's what it was. Like I just wasn't getting stimulated enough, you know, and maybe that's why they thought I didn't want it as much, you know. But now, like I said, even you just being here and like, you know, you tell me what it takes to kind of be a fighter, you know, like I see that like maybe I could have went harder, you know what I'm saying, at the time, you know.
But maybe no one gave you a roadmap, right? Like this is what you need to do, Eddie.
Oh, for sure.
And then now it's like, all right, now you can start planning goals. Like, all right, I have a timeline. This is what I need to do to even show the coaches I'm serious.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, but I agree with that, but I also think when somebody wants it and somebody just fucking doesn't know anything and just comes up to you and just says, hey, because, you know, how many people come up here and say, I want to be a fighter? I can't. Yeah. In the time that we've been partners, I can't tell you how many times. And in the beginning, we would all get excited and be like, no, this guy seems
not
like
me.
it. And then you would be like, no, not you, but us. We'd be like, hey, crew. Like, and then you'd be like, okay, well, let them sign up, this and that. And they're like, oh, well, I don't want to do the unlimited and this and that. I don't want to come. And you just already knew. But for us, we didn't know. Now we do. Now when people are like, why don't you come 2 months and then we'll talk about it, or a year or whatever it might be. So I think, yes, somebody has to show that. But at the same time, as a coach, mentor, or anything, at least for me, when people say, hey, how do you run a business? How do you do this? Like, you want to kind of like see, well, how hungry are you? Because that hunger, you know when somebody's hungry. And I'm sure in the rap game, how many people have you had where they're like, bro, take me under your wing, do this, do that. I want to, here's my mixtape, here's that. But like, how do you even choose and say, you know what, this guy really, because you're not getting everybody, right?
Yeah, no. And I feel what you said to that. Like, if you put it like that way, I feel what you said. You don't get excited off everybody that just says they want to do it. Because it's like, you know the guys that got it. And, you know, with the rap, you know, I know who got it right away. Like, you don't got to, like, be deciphering it that long when you know the guy that got it. And I was gonna ask, like, is that how it is for fighters? Like, do you feel like you know, like, the guy that, like, when he says he wants to fight, you know if he got it right away, or like if he's gonna be dedicated?
I can't speak for every coach, but at least what I look for, and to answer your question too, when someone comes and tells me they want to fight, I'm like, okay. So I break it down for them right away. My usual typical speech is, all right, well, first off, you got to show me you're coming literally at least 5 to 6 times a day. And then I use two of my fighters, for example, I use Martin and David, and I always tell them, before they even got a taste of fighting, they had to train for 2.5 years, 6 days a week, and they were coming to multiple classes.
Yeah.
They did that for 2.5 years straight, because I told them right from the get-go, I'm not a normal coach that will just put you in 3 months and fight, because I take a lot of pride in my name, I take a lot of pride in our gym, and they're representing themselves. And why would I throw a student into the ring if they were not fully prepared? And I don't feel like 3 months, I don't care how good or they train in 3 months, 3 months is not enough.
Yeah.
I like at least a year. Give me 1 year to even show me you have the commitment and the desire to really, I don't even like to use motivation, because motivation dies. I like to use the word inspired, right? Be inspired. Show me you're inspired, that you want to. So when I give them this outline of like, you got to come 6 days a week, multiple classes, show me that first, that you can do that 5 to 6 times a week. And let's see how long you can keep that up for.
Yeah.
And then that shows me like how serious they are.
For sure. Yeah, no, when you told me like you need to lose this amount of money and when you see that training, that's all I needed. I needed the pass. And that's what you just said it. Like when you get that pass, I never got that in boxing, to where it was like, they was like, you need to cut and do that and train and get this extra after class. I was never getting that. It was just always in our like camps, going to the camps and stuff.
Yeah.
All that stuff was it's like even coming here every day, like I was telling you guys, me missing some days, like I feel lost when I miss a day, because I feel like this is the path. Like I feel like you gave me the path, you guys got the classes, and like it's a repeat process. You say 1% better every day,
That's right.
So it's like I'm on the like 100 days plus, and then you got to get another 100 from the recovery. You got to come back and get that little 1% you lost. So it's like I just know that I know it's not an easy thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like that's what I realize, like I said, when I'm coming into this industry, this is y'all game, this is a different type of lifestyle. So it's like, if I'm going to come into this lifestyle and say I want to do it, I want to do it the best. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. I want to be one of the top dogs. I want to fight the big guys that, I'm going to spar the 6'2", 6'3" dudes, get punched in the face. That's why I joined the other little gym, to get that extra when 10 o'clock comes and everybody going to sleep. I'm about to go get that extra little time, Because me being an artist, I have the free time to dedicate. Like, I'm 31 years old right now, so it's like I feel like this is my last little 10, 20 years of my youth. So it's like I want to do something great with it. You know what I'm saying? See what I can do in a different lane.
I love that.
It's nothing but passion right there.
Absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely.
We appreciate that and everything. I wanted to ask you. You brought quite a bit of people to our gym, and like I see a lot of people that you know.
8 people.
Yeah. Who are all these individuals that you've brought? You know what I mean? And if you want to mention any names or anything like that, give them a shout out.
Shout out my boy Xavier Wolf, Mikey Rotten, Skylex, Nando, Tyler. I think Dad Stark's here. Who else? Shotty God, Taylor. Like I got a few of my musical friends sign up. I don't say I'm an influencer. That's whack. I don't say I'm an influencer. I don't use that word. But I have high influence in my scene. So like when people saw me lock in, I'm not gonna lie. Like since I joined this gym, I finished my last project. Like when I joined this gym, and I've been doing another project with my best friend, but I haven't even been on music. Like I go home and I watch fighting techniques and MMA, and I literally, even like my podcast, like, when I first started my podcast before I did martial arts, but now it's just everything comes second to this now. You know what I'm saying? It's just, this is my life now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what matters to me. You know what I'm saying?
It's a new passion of yours.
Yeah, and my friends, when they saw me locked into it so much, they're like, what is he doing? Like, it's like everybody's getting interested now. Our kids, all my friends hit me, all I see is fight stuff on my video, my feed now and stuff, because they just saw me so immersed in it, or I'm buying all the equipment. And, like, I use my rap money to do Muay Thai shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get paid off streaming. So when I get that check come, I'm buying the new gear, the new Muay Thai shorts, everything. And it's just I feel like, in the rap lifestyle, it's not really a healthy lifestyle. You have every now and then you'll catch a rapper working out, or you'll catch that one buff rapper, dropping a brand, but it's not really a lifestyle that we promote, like healthy living. We don't promote martial arts, it's promoting with guns, or like, jumping motherfuckers and stuff like that. It's not really like a lifestyle that's disciplined. So I feel like when so many of my friends saw me being disciplined, but even not even the people that joined here, but just other artists, they start wanting to get hit. Because now I see a lot of my friends joining Muay Thai. Like a lot of just people I've even associated with from producing and stuff, they're doing Muay Thai and kickboxing, trying to get in there. But I think it's because me, I'm a very, how do you say it? Like, I get into stuff. If I lock in, I'm locked in. Like until like I get to what I want to get to. So it's like I think people see that passion that I got for it, and they're just like, "Damn, Eddie's doing this."
Yeah,
like,
you inspire. Cool. You're inspiring others.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and that's what I like about it. I like that I can inspire somebody in a different lane.
Yeah, and that's what I like. Also, not only did you inspire them, but now like whether you're here or not, they come. Yeah, and they come at all different hours. So that's when you really know that somebody's like, they lock into it and they love it themselves and they run with it. And that's kind of what you want, right? You don't want followers. You just want to inspire and let them roll on their own. Yeah. And like I see all the individuals that you brought to the gym and everything, and they just and then we'll ask him, like Xavier, I think he came the other day, and he was just like, "That's just me." And it was, where's Eddie? I'm not. I don't remember where you were at, but he was just like,
I've been going to move. Like, where you at? Y'all seen you at the gym? I'm like, look, I'm coming back. I'm not gone. I'm coming back. Yeah. But it's funny because it's like now I'm like a little jealous. I'm like, y'all going to the gym more than me? Hold on. I'm like, let them go. This is my gym. Like, remember, this is my gym. Remember, I don't want you guys getting better than me than fighting. That's why I had to take Xavier and get him a little sparring and get good. Remember who's the best? I'm the best in the circle. So I'm gonna have to whoop all their ass. Let them know. Like I'm.
What was it? Ass kickery, no hyphen.
Yeah.
Hashtag no hyphen.
I love following. I love seeing your like following you on Instagram and stuff like that. And you'll have like you guys have like these little sparring sessions in the living room and shit like that. And you're going at it and stuff.
We're like Sky. You know, I started with Sky. Like he started maybe like 4 months after I started. But you know, me and him are together all the time. So that's all we do is fight. We fight everywhere. We're in Hawaii fighting. We're with all these girls and we're fighting all around the house. Watching my old roommate. She has to watch me watch Muay Thai and fight videos every day. Like I literally, everyone around me, it's so crazy. I'm literally turning everybody into like martial artists. Like everybody wants to do Muay Thai. Everybody wants to do kicks on each other and stuff. Like
that's awesome.
Like I said, this is just my passion. Like with the Muay Thai saved my life. It really did save my life. Because I feel like I was just becoming unhealthy when I turned 30 and I did this 3-month tour and I was just eating and drinking. And it's like I've been, you know, part of my persona has always been like the party boy, playboy, like getting drunk, bunch of girls. That's always been my thing. And at 30 years old, it was hurting my health, you know, like, and not saying I was like feeling like on my heart attack or nothing like that, but when I got off tour, I was just fat. I was super fat, and I was just feeling like I wasn't feeling masculine. I wasn't feeling manly. I wasn't feeling tough. I just felt like I was just turned to a fat blob. I was 30 years old, and so like when I got into this, I feel like it really like, it just gave me a new lease for life. Like I had something to live for, you know. I kind of thought when I turned 30, like, you know, 30 ain't no, like, you know, we all OGs, but I just felt like, damn, if I keep going this lifestyle, I'm just gonna get worse. I'm gonna be 35 and then 40, and I'm gonna be fat, and I'm gonna be slower, and I'm gonna be just worse every day. Like, you know, I was just feeling bad every day. So doing Muay Thai, it gave me something to wake up for every day. You know, I don't gotta wake up at 8:30 or 5 o'clock to go to the gym, but it's like, this is like, it gives you something to live for. Even the goal of like wanting to fight one day, that gives me something to work towards every day. And I love that it's such a long-term goal. I'm all about long-term goals. I love long-term goals because you have to build yourself into a crazy person to get to your long-term goal if it's crazy, you know?
Absolutely.
When I became a rapper, you know, I wanted to, the first thing was, let me just do a show, you know? And making music, networking with people. By the time I did my first show, I had a small fan base there, you know? Or I wanted to get a mixtape. I wanted to get my first blog post. It took so long, so much stuff I had to do to get there. And when I got there, it was like I became such a different person. It was like the goal that I came for was nothing, you know? So I know now, like, the training is like, I was talking to one of the coaches about it the other day. You know, because I've told you plenty of times, like, oh, no, they want me to fight and do this fight, and you're like, no. I love how you're just so stern on, I'm not ready to fight. I love that. Yeah. Don't break that, because I need that realness, you know? Yeah. And the other day, I was watching an anime, and even Kickboxer is a big movie of mine, too, and I love Kickboxer.
Mine too.
I love that movie. But I realize now the training is the best part. Like any action movie, any type of like, whether it's Kill Bill, Kickboxer, all that. The fight is the like climax. That's the beauty. That's the dope part. We love the fight at the end, but the training is what we love. That's the main thing that we love from all these movies. Whether it's Star Wars, whether it's Lord of the Rings, any movie with a hero, the training part is the best part. Yes. And I realized, you know, I was so anxious to fight. Like just a few months ago, you know, I was just telling these guys they want me to fight, and I realized I need to sit my ass down and I need to lock into the training. Like this is the beauty, me learning the art, me becoming this warrior, whatever this is, fighter, whatever, like the losing the weight, all that stuff, the transformation, like that is the beauty of it. And so like now I'm just like back into like, you know, especially I've been off for like a week now, so it's like now just getting back tomorrow, hopefully, you know, just I'm so motivated to just get back in there, lock back in, get back on my journey. I lost this 50 pounds already. Let me go for another 50 pounds, get down to that 200. Because it's like, when you told me you wanted me to fight like, what, 170, 180 or something like that? That's crazy, you said. Like, if I wasn't doing this, I couldn't even imagine ever getting down to that weight, ever. Like, how, you know? But now I'm like, I understand like this world now, this fight, even the fighting camps, like, I understand why fighters can lose 30 pounds in 3 months because they're going hard, fucking like that for every damn day. Like that's crazy. So it's like now I see like the process of this, and it's like it's just a process I want to go through. Like I want to go through this process. I want it to be long and grueling, and you know, the only thing that I kind of thought about though was my age. I told you my age. I'm 31 now. I spent the first 20 years of my life rapping, so now this is that. You know, what do you feel about that? Like being a 31-year-old trying to like get into this.
So I had this talk with another fighter, and basically, age is nothing but a number. Yeah. You went 20 years in the rap game, but you didn't go 20 years like playing football in the NFL. Exactly. So you didn't take a lot of abuse,
never
like physically. So you're good. Your body's like brand new in a sense. You just keep working on getting strong, getting healthy, dropping the body fat, and you'll be good to go.
So would you say that's like fighters' main thing, right? It's just the body, like the not training but fighting, taking a toll over your body over the years and everything.
Yeah.
And so 'cause I see like a lot of fighters my age, either you keep going or you're kind of like retired around like 35, 36.
And that's due to they're just taking a lot of abuse through their training, and then through their just competitive art. They're just taking a beating. You know what I mean? But you're good. And for men, we start to be in our prime at 30. So you're good. You're at the golden era right now.
You know what's so crazy? When I came into the gym, I didn't think like, oh, I'm 30, I'm old now, going to the gym. I didn't think that. Like physically, I don't feel old at all. I feel like, if anything, I think I've never in my life, in my 31 years of living, I've never felt this agile. I've never been able to kick my damn leg high like this. I've never been able, even like, I'm not nervous about coming back to training tomorrow. Like I'm not nervous like, oh, I'm gonna be tired and winded, because I know I'm not, because I'm so in tune with my body now. Like I know that that hour's gonna be nothing. Like I know I can hop back in this whenever I want, because I feel like over this 8 months I've just made it such a lifestyle thing. Like it's like any type of thing that I'm not good at, I try to get better at it. So it's like whether the breathing sucked, you know, like I couldn't get past a 1-2 hour workout, or like even when I did the little pass out for 3 hours, you know, after the 3 hour clinch camp, it was like, all right, bet I need to work on the hydrating, I need to work on this. So it's like I'm obsessed with it now. I feel like I'm just like so in tune with it, you know.
I love that.
What do you call guys, like new guys that are new fighters trying to be a new fighter? I know there's names for us.
New fighter.
I don't say I'm a Muay Thai fighter. I'm a Muay Thai student.
Practitioner.
You're
a Muay Thai practitioner.
Yeah, because I'm not a fighter yet.
Yeah, not yet.
But I know how to fight.
Yeah.
But I'm not a fighter.
Yes, ass kickery.
Ass kicker.
Yeah.
Hashtag no hyphen.
So you would call me a practitioner. Like if you saw me, you're a fighter, OG. Oh, this kid's been in the gym. He's trying to.
Yeah. I would just say you're a Muay Thai practitioner.
You're just gonna hear that all over his social media now. You know that, right?
The practitioner.
But I wanted to tap into, because I love something that you said that just kind of resonates with anybody who's going through any type of success and journey. And that was the fact that you said, you know, we think that when we get to that like hiatus, like that point, like in the movies and all that, we think that we want the $1 million, and you know, it's great. We think that we want that trophy. We think that we want that win and everything, which we do, right? Yeah. But when you get there, when you look back, it's like you're really proud of the whole journey. You know what I mean? The losing the weight, the sparring sessions, the relationships that you build. And it's like it's funny, because I was looking at a video that me and Neil did when we really partnered up, and we were doing this construction and everything, and I tell Neil, like, I miss those days. Like we can never have those back. Like we used to have like a little wooden like bench here, and we would have talks here, and we'd be like, imagine when we have 150 members. We would talk about that, remember? Yeah. Imagine when we have 100 members, and it would just be us, and you'd just be sitting here, and it'd be 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, because we didn't have enough students. And this was just 3 or 4 years ago. That's and we would sit there, and we would be like, imagine. And then we just did this video that we're gonna launch soon for this event that we went to go and speak at, and it showed a lot of old clips that we did of the construction and everything that we were doing physically doing ourselves, and we're like, you can never get that back. Like that's gone. That's part of our memory. That's part of our story. And it's like, yeah, great, right? We've hit certain milestones right now that we've surpassed what we thought, but like looking back, you resonate on that, because that everything that's tangible that you get and everything is great, but in order to, you know, move on to the, you know, to the next journey, it's like, okay, what's next? And that's what keeps you going, you know what I mean? Like, what's the next journey, right?
I love that when, you know, especially when I first came to the gym, I saw you too, like a lot of pictures of you guys when you were younger, y'all have the suit. Are you in a suit? It's just so young, crazy bro. To me. I just love seeing you in a suit because it's like, it's an ass-kicking fucking coat and then you're in a suit. But I see you guys go to a lot of those seminars and stuff like that. Yeah. And that's dope, like together and building that. That's another thing. I love the partnership between you two. That is dope. Like, you have to have a good partner to get it. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Absolutely.
I'm all about that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big thing. But yeah, the journey is everything. Like, you got to. When I look at, you know, when I see pictures of the gym before I came here and see, like, it wasn't even this color, you know, like, to see all that, that's motivation because it's like you guys are building. You guys are, you know, it's progressing. Mm-hmm. So I want to, like I said, I would want to be a part of something that's progressing. Or just, you guys got the damn sign in the windows the other day. Like, that's dope shit to me. That makes people want to come back. You want to come back to something you see that's evolving and you're part of the, you know what I'm saying? The growth of it. Yeah. You know, like, I would love to be here in 3-4 years and say, like, damn, you know, before, you know, maybe have a few fights under my belt and like, damn, I started here not knowing shit about, I couldn't even kick, you know? Yeah. And like, so that's definitely like the journey is everything. Yeah. Trust the process. Yeah. I understand that. Because like I said, I was so anxious to fight. Like, I was so anxious to fight because I feel like you get this kind of like, I don't want to say like arrogance or anything, but you know, you become a rapper, you're so used to just getting kind of like everything handed to you, like, yeah, you can do this, you can do that. I like coming back to something where I started as a blank slate here. You know what I'm saying? I like that I can build myself up again and like see how far my teacher watching me become, you know, to be proud of me, you know, to have somebody to care about somebody being proud of you. You know, you get to that point, you don't care about what anybody says to you. You know, I don't need any validation, but you know, to have that teacher you want to see, like, like, you've been doing good over the last 2 years, or you know, whatever, you know, like, you're getting better at your kicks and stuff. Like, that's motivation and stuff like that. That process, you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing to look back on. Because I, you know, as you guys know, I post a lot. You know, I'm filming, you know, a lot of my training here and stuff like that. So I look at the old videos. I look at my first video here. Yeah, it was horrible. Like, I was just kicking crazy. Like, I thought I was good too. Like, I'm looking at the video, I thought I was going in the bag. And now I look at like the new shit. I'm like, oh man, I'm so much more crazy than that. Like, you know, so yeah,
that's cool, man. That's what, you know, like, I mean, I'm sure you can agree, but like, you look back and you're like, shit, I wonder what I'm gonna look like in 6 months from now. Yeah. In a year from now, you just can't stop. You know?
I was wearing before I came here, I was wearing Hawaiian t-shirts every day. I would wear 3XL Hawaiian t-shirts because I was getting so big, and basketball shorts. That's all I would wear every day. I wouldn't even wear jeans, nothing. And now, like, I'm back wearing XL, back feeling good, you know, like getting muscles that I never had. I've always been a big guy. Like, I've always been big. I've never been cut. I've never always gut everything. I lost my gut. Like, so yeah, that's like, it's exciting low key. Cause like, even him, like, you saying 170, 180, I can't even imagine that, but I can though. Yeah. Like, before I couldn't imagine it. Now I'm like, oh, like, I got you gave me a process to life, like a manual, like, to make your life better. Like, if you're depressed or anything, just go to do some Muay Thai. You need to lose some weight after Thanksgiving, go do some Muay Thai. That's like, right. Somebody fucking with you, go do some Muay Thai. Like, it's just, Muay Thai is like solves everything.
Yes.
Know? It's like
it's the answer to all.
It's the answer to all. It's crazy. I'm mad I didn't get on it. I wish I would have gotten into Muay Thai when I was like 19, 20, 18. Like, wish I was just born into a Muay Thai gym. I would have like just been crazy right now. I don't know. But like I said, I like the process of it, I'm ready to just get better at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be real ass kickery. Like, I want to be that ass kicking machine. I want to be able to. I feel like for me too, it's the glory. You know what I'm saying? I want that glory. I want that. I understand now why you see the fighters, like, after they win a fight or something, they start crying, or even when they lose, they start crying, because it's like, you put in that so much work, like, you put in so much time and to get here and like to train for this moment, and it's like, whether you lose or win, it's just such an emotional thing, because it's like, damn, like, I did it, like, I came in this ring, I trained, I got in here, I want that, like, I feel like that's I need that, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's another thing that just keeps me in the gym doing this shit, because it's like, I want that. You know what I'm saying? I want to know my hard work paid off. I want to know that this was worth it. You know what I'm saying? Me putting in these hours and me, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to just be in here just working out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I've heard you say that in camp. Like, you have people that want to get the workout, and you have the fighters. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be in that workout category. I want to be in the fighter category, the tough dudes. You know what I'm saying? I look up to, I see David and Martin whooping ass. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's why we host those camps, is for the people that, those are the ones that show me, like, I really want to learn this art like yourself.
Yeah.
You're always at all the camps, and I love that, because it shows me Eddy really is serious. He really does have aspirations of being a fight. He wants to fight.
For sure.
So by you attending the camps, you coming every day and training, you're showing me, you're proving to me that, crew, I'm serious. Like, I want this.
For sure.
And now it's just the time game. You know, everyone has their light bulb moment. I call it a light bulb moment, is because it's when everything starts to click. Everyone has a different learning curve. You know, everyone's learning curve is different, but one day everything's gonna click and everything's gonna make sense.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna come out fluid for you. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have problems with your kicks anymore. It's just gonna come out naturally.
Yeah. I'm ready for it. Like I said, I'm ready to put in the work. I'm ready to put in the time.
That's what it's about, man. Just don't quit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, Eddy Baker, over there. Look at me. Do not quit. If for whatever reason you ever do, I'm gonna have you go. I'm gonna send this video to you. You hear me?
For sure.
Because it's very important. It doesn't mean like it's hard. Life is hard, just like anything in business and everything in music. And you have those moments where, you know, you hit those walls or, you know, adversity and all that, you know. But, you know, sometimes you need that where you're just like, fuck that. I made that promise to myself. I'm coming back or whatever it is.
Hey guys, so that concludes the first half of this episode with Eddy Baker. We were having such a good time just hanging out with him. We decided, you know what, we're gonna split this episode into two halves. So don't forget to stay tuned for the second half of this podcast episode with Eddy Baker. And guys, just remember, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our MTK channel. We have a lot of content coming your way.